Welcome, Leo, to your February 2024 reading, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Now, Leo, I have to start out by saying thank you so much for all of your support over the last few months. I so appreciate it. Now, if you were one of the people that took me up on my offer of that free mini reading for all new subscribers, and you haven't heard back from me yet, please don't be disheartened. Everyone who has subscribed and put in the comments section below, new subscriber, free mini reading, will get a response from me. I was so inundated with people who subscribed. I wasn't expecting it. And so I have a backlog. I still have people that I haven't answered from December. But as I said, I will work through them all. Now, I'm still offering that option as well. If you'd like to get a free mini reading, just click the subscribe button and put new subscriber, free mini reading, and I will get back to you. But please know that there is a long wait. You know, you're probably looking at 8 weeks there, because obviously I'm working through the oldest to the newest. But please feel free to do that if you're happy to wait. Now, it's Valentine's Day this month, so happy Valentine's Day for all of you that do celebrate Valentine's Day. But let's get into this month's reading, and you start out the energy of the month with the Tower card. Now, the Tower card is great change coming into your life in February. Or certainly it has just come into your life. That first card is that link between the past months and the new month coming in. And the Tower card does talk about great change. And in a way, I love the Tower card. And in a way, this card takes away what isn't serving you and brings the opportunity for wonderful blessings to come in. It is, to me, I see this card as a bit of a blessing. And although a lot of people feel it is a negative card, it's actually not. The traditional meaning of this card is sudden and unexpected changes. And often things that can be negative are sudden and unexpected. But wonderful new relationships, you know, finding out that you're pregnant. I'm not saying you're pregnant, but wonderful new things like that can also be sudden and unexpected, but are wonderful. But the story of the tarot card is, you can see this tower, it's built on a rocky side of a mountain, or sometimes in some decks you'll see the tower built on a volcano, on the side of a volcano, and it's not built on firm foundations. And so when that lightning strike comes in and hits it, it crumbles. But it allows you then to rebuild on strong and stable foundations. And so this card really can talk about a blessing in disguise, or it's a sudden revelation. And the fact that this Tower card is right above the Star card, that is telling me there is a real blessing here, absolutely, in February for you. And this can even talk about sudden illumination. You just realize something out of the blue that you hadn't realized before. And it's almost a very liberating feeling because there's an awakening here. So to me, this is actually quite it's almost like something, there's progress here in your life where, as I said, things that actually don't serve you are being taken away. So what can serve you, what is stable and a better path for you, is actually showing up. And this leads into the Princess of Pentacles. Now, in this particular deck, the pages in a traditional deck are called princesses. And so pages are messages or messengers. So you might be getting some news about your finances, because Pentacles are all about your finances, your career, the way you make your money. There's some really good news that's coming in here. So, that Tower card actually can be some shocking news that you get about your finances that you weren't expecting. I mean, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here as well, diagonally opposite. So this is big money. This is family money. This is generational wealth here, but we'll get into that. But the Princess of Pentacles is news coming in, and more often than not, it's great news. Now, the Princess of Pentacles is quite youthful energy. It is a card of newness as well. New beginnings, it can be new beginnings. But this can also represent an earth sign. Now, I would normally read this card as a Capricorn, and it's interesting. I can't pronounce it. I think it's Cernunnos in this deck, but it's actually the Devil card. Please don't be alarmed. It doesn't mean there's evil around you or anything like that. The Devil card also represents a Capricorn. So it's interesting that you've got Capricorn here. So some of you may be involved, or they could not involved with the Capricorn, or certainly there is a significant Capricorn in your life. But because this is a general reading, this can be any earth sign. So this can be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn here, that Princess of Pentacles. But this is quite, as I said, quite youthful energy. Quite, you might be deciding to start something new, go back to school, learn some new things about, just about your career, about a new project, a new line of work that you want to get into. But this is quite a good card when you are wanting to go and do some studies, because it is a card of studiousness. It's also a card of being self-reliant. And it's if this describes someone in your life, it's a really good-natured person that is here for you. But definitely this can be talking about new creative phases in your life. And you might even be trying to do some new projects, some creative projects are going to be happening in February. And and it's even asking you to really, this might even be doing some projects on yourself as well, because Pentacles are all about the physical world, your home, yourself, your body, your career, as I mentioned. So it's quite interesting. And the fact that it is here next to the Fool card, this is a card of new beginnings. You are starting afresh here. And it could be as well starting afresh in, as I said, a new career. You're taking that leap of faith. And you're doing it quite quickly as well, because you've got the Prince of Wands. This is fast moving energy. You're racing in here, and you're wanting to go, you're wanting to commence a new phase in your life. And I feel like this Tower card is changing and shifting and illuminating things for you so you can move forward in this really exciting way. Now, the Fool can actually talk about you physically going on a journey somewhere. You may be traveling, you may be moving, but it is there's a bit of a sense of adventure here in that Fool. And being particularly close to the Prince of Wands, this is fiery, adventuresome energy. This is that knight that races in to save the day, and then once he's defeated his enemies or saved the maiden or done what he completed his mission. He's looking for the next big adventure. So I feel like for a lot of you, you have completed something and maybe are now wanting that next big adventure to start. But that Star card, this is such a beautiful card. Now, if I could put the Star card in one word, it would have to be faith. And not only that, the Star card is a card of success. It's a card of joy. It's a card of making a wish and having your wish come true. This is almost, there's harmony here. This card is very similar in this deck to the Temperance card, where the Temperance is pouring water from one jug to another. You can see in this card, the figure is pouring water, some onto the land and some into the pool of water there, into the stream, the pool. And this is, again, this is almost like there's a balance here. There's a real connection to your mission, to both inner and outer almost. The fact that the water is on the earth, on the land, on the rock, that's solid, that's like pentacles, but it's also going into the pool, which water in tarot is all about emotions. So I feel like physically and emotionally there is balance here for you. And it's also right next to this Devil card. And the Devil card can often talk about us being trapped in a cycle of addiction. And when I say addiction, I'm not necessarily talking about drugs or alcohol or heavy things like that. Addictions are patterns that don't serve you very well. So, if you are obsessive cleaner, this can be addictive. If you're it can be gambling, it can be smoking, it can be eating too much, exercising too much, whatever it is for you. You can be in a sex addict here. Leos, what are you doing? No, I'm kidding here. But this is talking about feeling trapped. But in a way, it's similar to the message of the Eight of Swords, where often this is by our own doing. And so I feel like there's some real balance that's coming in here for you in February. If you have been feeling stuck in a situation that you have been feeling a little bit stuck in, a little bit trapped. But, often this talks about a sense of liberation here as well, of freeing yourself from these chains, if you want. In a traditional deck, you would see the Devil standing above the two figures, and the figures are chained to the Devil. So it's almost like you are feeling like you are stuck in this repetitive pattern. But this is really a call to awaken here almost, and it's a call to responsibility as well, because as I said, often we are putting ourselves in this position. It's not an outside thing holding you in, and it's also you kind of breaking free of constricting patterns, constricting relationships, constricting behaviors. So there's a lot of change coming in here for you, most definitely. And as I said, look, this is directly diagonally opposite to that Tower card. So the Tower can come in to shift and change any of these blocks in our life as well. But then you have that wonderful 10 of Cups. As I said, this is such a great card of abundance. This is blessings. This is prosperity. This is a legacy here that you could potentially be leaving for other people in your life. And this is you building your wealth. And you are on a new path here to building your wealth. And as I said, this isn't just wealth for you at this moment. This is generational wealth that can be passed down to your family, your children, your grandchildren, whoever in your life. You know, this is you really building a legacy. It's quite nice, or certainly creating one. And you know, if you don't have any kids, this can be something that you are building for the wider community as well. But lovely, lovely abundance here, lovely prosperity. This can also talk about new investments that you're making. And it can even talk about hidden benefits. And again, you know, the Tower card, it might seem this sudden and unexpected event that is quite shocking might seem negative, but there is this hidden potential, this hidden blessing here. And in a sense, the Ten of Pentacles can talk about that as well. And the Ten of Pentacles talks about endings. For some of you, this could even be an inheritance coming in for you. But definitely, this is wonderful, wonderful abundance and financial security around you. And, you know, you're starting a new journey to build your wealth even further here. It's great. Now, the Nine of Wands that you've got there, a few signs have had this card. And the Nine of Wands is talking about a final challenge. It's your last stage before you reach your goal. And the message here is do not give up. You know, you are almost there. You have battled so hard. This is often called the card of the battled weary warrior. You know, he's been through so many battles and he's won every one and then gone on to the next battle. And he's won that. He or she has won that. And finally, there is one last hurdle that shows up here, but you're going to overcome that hurdle as well, and you are going to emerge from a wonderful place. Well, you're going to emerge from a struggle, perhaps, but it is going to be wonderful, Leo. Don't worry about it. You know, don't let fear and conflict overcome you. And this isn't necessarily talking about conflict with others. This can be internal conflict or battling against an addiction, you know, battling against a problem or an issue that you see in your life. But there is great news coming, so don't give up. Now, I forgot to mention I am using the Druidcraft Tarot deck for those of you that are interested. I know some people like to know the cards I'm using, and I'm going to clarify here with the Mystical Tarot. Now, I have just gone so long with your reading, and I do apologize. Woo, so many came out, but I am going to take them because they do often tell a little bit of a story. So here we go. And I just noticed as I flicked that card over, you've got the Ten of Pentacles again. So there is wonderful abundance coming in for you. Absolutely. As I said, this is generational wealth here. And you might even be actually finding out that there is a big chunk of money coming in that you weren't expecting. And that is the kind of thing that the Tower card can talk about as well. It's a sudden and an unexpected event, and it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. So there is absolutely abundance around you here. This can, as I said, be a wish fulfillment. If some of you have been wanting and needing more money or asking for more money, that can actually be coming in for you here as well. Now, you've got the Chariot card here, and this is you're going on a journey. And if this is not a literal journey. This is your journey through life, your journey down your life's path. And it's interesting, it has very similar feel to the Fool card, whereas the Fool is a little bit taking that leap of faith. But once you've taken that leap of faith, the Chariot is saying you are now in control of your future here, Leo. You are the charioteer, and you are the one that is taking the two opposing forces that is depicted here in the white and the black horse, and you are grabbing those reins and you are driving that chariot forward in the direction that you want to go in. You are in control. Now, this often says it's not going to be so easy. You know, these are powerful animals and they both want to go off in all directions. So you have to really use your inner strength to make them go in the direction that you want them to go, to pull that chariot down the road. But Leo, you have got such inner strength within you, and you are going to be doing this. This is a card of success as well. So, but as I said, there could be a journey here for some of you. Now, you know, it's interesting. I was talking about the Eight of Swords before, and you got the Eight of Swords. So this is like the little brother of the Devil card here. So there is definitely a feeling of you being stuck or you being trapped, but this is just an illusion here, Leo. You can get out of this by changing the way you think about a situation, looking at a situation differently, and just having a different mindset about it. I mean, the story of the Eight of Swords, and I'm going to pick it up and show you closely to the camera, is you can see that the ropes on this figure, they're not even tied in a knot. And she can see straight through that blindfold. So she could wiggle out of those ropes and take the blindfold off and turn around and see that beautiful pathway to that amazing tower in the distance. So the message here is just by changing and shifting your circumstances a little bit, you are going to be able to get out of this feeling of being stuck. You have the power. You are in the chariot seat, and you can drive this down the road. And can you believe it? You've got the Tower again. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles again, the Tower again, the mirrored message in the Devil and the Eight of Swords. You know, this is something is coming in here to change and shift things for you. And it's taking away what doesn't serve you, but it's leaving a wonderful, new, exciting, illuminated path ahead of you. It's quite wonderful here. There is a lot of balance coming in for you, and it's happening quite quickly because you've got the Knight of Swords as well. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Now, these can be people in your life because it is a general reading. So this can be a fire sign, so that is a Sagittarian, another Leo like yourself, or an Aries, or an air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian. But Knights in a reading often talk about shifting energy. So I really feel like you are your thoughts and your creativity are what is shifting and changing here, but your mindset, you are, and these two knights are the fastest moving knights. This is lightning speed, whirlwind kind of energy here. That's how quickly these changes are coming in. So you potentially could be the one bringing in these changes in the Tower. You know, we can often bring in Tower moments ourselves just by shifting and changing things quite quickly. And look, you are a fire sign, and you can change on a dime quite easily as well. But there's some definite decisions here for you to make, some choices for you to make. I feel for some of you that you might be in a bit of a stalemate situation and feeling a bit stuck. But again, two towers here. This is going to change. You are going to make a decision quite quickly, and you are going to get out of this feeling of being stuck. Now, we will get your final cards. I love this deck. I only purchased this a few months ago. It is called the Now I Understand, whoa, Oracle cards. And I only usually get one, but three just popped out here. So I'm going to take them. Now I Understand Oracle cards by Janine McLean, and the imagery on the back is by her daughter, Lauren McLean. Now you have power. You have the strength and drive to shift up a gear, propel forward with gusto. And that is so linked with that Chariot card. You know, you have that power. And also the energy and the power in those nights. You are moving forward and really shifting things up a gear, changing the way you think, getting yourself out of this devil energy and that Eight of Swords energy. Now, you've got listen as well. Be discerning about what you're hearing. What does your inner voice say? Fact or fiction? So you're really asked to listen to your intuition here a little bit as well. Particularly when making any decisions. And I feel like this is more connected with that Two of Swords. If you are feeling stuck and you're not sure which way to go, which decision to make, listen to that inner voice and that will help. And this is lovely for Valentine's Day. Union, a new level of relationship with someone you know. A new person is on the scene, which could lead to a romantic relationship. So I guess for those of you in a relationship, it's going to be stepping up to an absolutely new level. And this doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship either. This can be a wonderful friendship. But if you're interested in love, there could be someone new on the scene as well. So you were lucky to get 3 of those messages. I love those oracle cards. They always seem to fit in with the reading wonderfully. So I've gone so long there. I do apologize. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading. As I said, be prepared to wait. There is a wait, but I'm happy to give you that mini reading if you're interested. So have a wonderful February, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.